Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. All right, guys, today I'm going to show you another really quick and simple card that you can make for Christmas right inside Cricut Design Space. Requires very minimal materials to make this card. The only thing you're going to need, this is the Peace and Joy card. You can find it under Projects in Cricut Design Space. It shows you that this is an easy project. The finished size is a 5x7. It is going to require you the following materials. You're going to need pearl paper in cream, pearl paper in green, craft paper for your envelope. Now, we're not going to do the envelope, but if you wanted to do the envelope, you would do it from here. And then everything else is just your standard grip mat, 12x12, a scoring stylus, spray adhesive, glue, or a tape runner. So I'm going to walk through the process here. It gives you all the additional details, your preparation, your cut, your assemble, and then it shows you what things made up this particular project. So we're going to go ahead and click on Customize because we're going to remove that envelope. We do not want the envelope. So if you have your own envelopes, you would just go here and then just hide that envelope. And you would also hide the scoring that is associated with it. And we're just going to do the card itself, okay? All right, so at this point, we're ready to click on Make It. And it shows you that you need to place your card inside or on your mat, and then you have the one that's going to actually cut. So I'm going to go ahead and load my mat with my ivory. I have like an ivory color paper. You're not going to mirror anything. Everything, this is the great thing about doing these cards in Cricut Design Space. Everything has been done for you. All you need to determine is what part of that project you want to do. And like I did in this project, I took out the envelope, but if you want to do the envelope, you would leave it in, and you would need to make sure you have 12x12 cardstock for that envelope, because 8.5x11 is not going to do. So you can see that for this particular project, we can get away with the 8.5x11 for both pieces of cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place the first piece on. Alrighty, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on continue. So it tells you the only thing you need right now is just to put your mat in with the whatever color cardstock you're using, and this is going to be for the outside, I believe, and then you're just going to click on continue. All right, so we're just going to say medium cardstock. And we're going to let that print. Well, not print, but cut. And while that one is cutting, if you look over to the left here, the next one we're going to use our score stylus and just a fine point blade. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to go ahead and remove that off of my mat. And we'll get ready for the next part. I'll go ahead and put the green on my mat, and you can see Cricut went right to the next part of the project. You didn't have to click on anything. All you got to do is load your mat. Make sure you got your single scoring stylus wheel or either your scoring stylus. So I'm going to show you here. If you don't have the scoring wheel but you have the scoring stylus, you would just click on the edit tools right here, edit tools, and then you would tell Cricut which one you're using. Today I am going to be using the single scoring wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply. And now it's going to have me to go ahead and insert my scoring wheel here. Give me 1 second. I need to open this up. So guys, remember, Christmas is right around the corner. It's going to be here before we know it. And this is a way for you to go ahead and get those Christmas cards out early. Not that you have to send them in, September, October, but at least if you start teaching yourself how to do them now, then you won't have to worry about, trying to learn it and get them done at the same time. So this is a really quick one that I saw in Cricut Design Space. And I was like, let me show them how to use this one, because this one is one you could do multiples and kind of get some of your cards knocked out early. Alrighty, I'm going to bring myself up on camera here. Alright, so the reason it took me a minute is I have my perforation blade here. I'm going to take, and this is the Cricut housing. So I'm going to take and push this little piece right here in. And when I push that in, it pushes or gives me that perforation tip so that I can switch it out and put on a different tip. So now I have the single scoring blade, and I just pop that on. Okay. So if you already have the quick swap housing, I'm tongue tied. If you have the quick swap housing, if you have one of these, you do not need to purchase a full-on scoring stylus. All you need to do is to purchase the tip. That's going to be a difference of $40-something versus $17. That's how much I got my single scoring tip for, was $17. But had I bought the whole thing, which I don't need, all I need to do is just pop that off and put the tip on. Then I would have been spending about $40. Okay, so I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to pop this in clamp A. I mean, not clamp A, in clamp B. So I'm going to put this in clamp B here. And then I'm going to go ahead and load my paper. All right. So that's a little tip, because sometimes people don't know that all you need is one quick swap housing, and then after that you just purchase tips. Don't purchase the full blade. All right. Let me see what Cricut is doing. Oh, wait a minute. I'll pop this thing out. Hold on. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got one little piece right here. All right. There's some little parts that got stuck right there. What I was going to tell you is that, so now we're going to take out our scoring stylus, and now we're going to put our fine point blade back in. So your fine point blade normally comes like this. You can't use this to change tips. So the difference, I'm going to show you what the difference and what they look like. Let me take this other one out. So your quick swap housing has this little round thing on the top with a little push thing that you can push. Your fine point blade, it has a thing that you can push as well, but this bottom doesn't come off. That's just so you can switch blades, or not blades, but the little tool here, your fine point blade. That's for you to switch that. Okay, so that's the difference. Once you get one of these quick swap housing, you only need one. That's it, okay? So now we're gonna put our fine point blade in. And then we're going to repress the Cricut logo. Do not discharge it or eject your mat from the machine. And now it's going to go in and it's going to do all that fancy cutting. What I was going to tell you before the machine started acting up here is that you're going to take and cut off this little strap piece of cardstock. This. Now, some people say these little pieces, I never get around to it, so I'm going to throw mine away. But you could definitely use this the next time you needed to do this project. You have a second side that you can do. So I'm just going to put that over here. And the next time I'm looking for a little cream piece, I have one already over there. So Cricut is now, keep up with your tips. So this is the perforated blade. And then this is for my engraving. And then this one is my quick swap housing that I can switch out the different tips for. And always push down to take it off. Keep it down, put it back on, and once you put it back on, then you let it go. And make sure it's in there nice and firm, okay, because you don't want it to fall out in your machine. All right, we're at 30% because there's a lot of cutting on this particular card. But this is another card that I felt was like super, super easy. You could change up the colors and do whatever colors you'd like to do. I'm just sticking with the standard of what Cricut suggested. And I'm not using paper, I'm using cardstock. I think if I used paper, this project would be ripped to shreds. We're at 53%. I'm going to pause you and I'm going to bring you back when it's done. All right, so we're back. So again, it looks like my Cricut kind of like pulled up some areas. So I'm going to start weeding this just to see if it's salvageable. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. I'm going to pull that down so you can see. But I think it'll be fine because where it's kind of like pulled up right there is where it should have pulled up anyway, or I would have pulled it up. So I'm just going to turn this around, take that back a little bit, and hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm going to have to put glasses on because I'm blind. All right, I need my glasses to see this. Okay, so for the little area right here, that would have came up anyway, so that's perfectly fine. And just have one little part right there. So this is like weeding vinyl. And maybe that's why it said pearl paper. I don't know, but paper doesn't sound like vinyl to me. So I probably could, when I lift this up, these pieces probably would be stuck to my mat anyway, because my mat is pretty sticky. So all I'm doing is just pulling up the little inserts. Okay, so far so good. Oh, this is going to be pretty. So the most time consuming part is just going to be like getting up these letters and shapes and stuff. But it's going to be a really pretty card. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because it is hard as the dickens to pull paper, cardstock, and stuff off your mat if you take it the other way. So I just take my time and go ahead and pull them this way when your mat is super sticky. And this one is got a lot of stickiness on it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. All right, so that's what we have so far. Got the piece and a couple of the little leaves and a little part of Joy taken out. And I have my trash can right here, which I would highly recommend because you're going to be pulling off a lot of little parts, is to have a trash can right here by you. All right, we're going to go ahead and get the second set of little leaves here. So when I get ready to get to these little holes, little round circles, I'm going to pull it up so I can show you what I mean by taking this up and then taking those up. All right, we are almost home free. But like I said, guys, this is just a project that you can teach yourself how to do that's super simple. Instead of running to the store, buying up cards. Because everyone likes personalized gifts. They like things that they can't just get from a store. So you could do these in different colors, send them out to your family members for Christmas. And I'm sure they would love them. Now, unlike me, you may be like me and want to just purchase envelopes, or you may be okay with crafting the envelope. It's fairly simple to do. I just don't feel like going through it because I'm just doing this to show you guys, so I don't need that envelope. And if you want to see how to do an envelope, then look on my channel, and there's a previous video that I did on a Christmas card this week I think it was. And it walks you through how to do the envelope. All right, so now we got Peace and Joy out there. So you can see, even though Cricut started kind of like pulling up right in that area, it was totally fine because we were going to pull that up anyway. So now I'm going to lift this up and see how many of these little holes stick to the mat. And just be careful because you do not want to rip your card. There we go. So you can see we got it, and it actually kept all of the little dots. Now the headache is getting those little dots off. Normally what I like to do is take my Cricut spatula and do it like that. Kind of get them up. You can see how they're like running all around like, I don't want to go. I don't want to either. I dropped my mat yesterday on the carpet and it has picked up so much little stuff you can't see on the carpet. It's like the Cricut was like, get that. I mean, this mat was like, pick that up, pick that up. All right, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get this off like that. And I'll get the rest of them off after this video. But I just want to show you the difference if you go ahead and lift it up versus if you just take them off. I think it's easier if you just go ahead and take them off. Then you're going to take and you're going to find that score mark, which is here. And you're going to fold your card on that score mark. And it should be fairly easy. That's the purpose for the scoring. And then you're going to take your cream colored piece or whatever color piece you choose to go with, and you're going to place it inside. Okay, now you want to get the spray adhesive. This is where you would use the spray adhesive, and you would actually glue that down like this so that when you open the card, you'll see just that part right there, and then you can still have that part right there to write on. Okay, but you would actually spray this and then glue it on. Okay, so it would be, let me get this light out my face now. It would be really, really pretty. So you can do different colors. Look at that. Really, really easy to do. The project has already been put in place for you or put together for you. All you got to do is just put your materials in when they're called for. This one required either the scoring stylus or the scoring single blade. And I used the scoring single blade. And the card is done. You know, you can do red, you can do green, you know. If you have some Christmas card stock, you can use the Christmas card stock. I don't have any Christmas card stock, but yeah, there you go. There's your card. And then, of course, the envelope would tell you or show you how to do the envelope in Cricut Design Space. And so that's the only part that I did not walk through, okay? But if you don't want the envelope, then make sure you hide it in Cricut Design Space. Otherwise, it's going to look like it's asking you to load the 12 by 12 piece of cardstock to do your envelope. All right. So again, put you some heat adhesive, spray adhesive on the back of this, and then you're going to take and tape this down to that. Okay. Do not tape it down. Do not tape this right here. Don't tape it down. Not tape. Don't glue it down to the back, because if you glue it down to the back, that's going to look pretty. But if you write anything on here, the writing is going to be showing through your letters. So you want to put the spray adhesive on this side and then place this on top of it and let that adhere to your card like that. So when you open it, that's the side you can write on. Okay. There you go, guys. Pretty piece. Enjoy card. I'm going to go ahead and put some spray adhesive on here and then, you know, put it together. But that is so pretty. I can just imagine this. Get you some glitter cardstock. Oh, that'll be really pretty. But that's it. Peace and joy, guys. And easy project to do. You just need 3 pieces of some type of cardstock, whatever colors you choose, a scoring stylus or a scoring wheel, and your fine point blade, your 12 by 12 mat, and you're good to go. All right. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Hey, if you're currently in my Facebook group, Ken Doris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, or currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to thank you guys so much for your support. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel or not a member of my private Facebook group, you can send me a Facebook group request to Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, and we can go ahead and get you in the group. And if you're not currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, and you would like to join or subscribe to my YouTube channel, then please like, share, and subscribe as well. And you know my motto, guys, is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great night. Bye.